Ashrathoraman. So be it. Someone threatens the wilds. The goddess calls. Immediately. As the goddess wills. By Elun. So be it. By Elun. So be it. Immediately. By Elun. As the goddess wills. So be it. As the goddess wills. By Elun. As the goddess wills. So be it. As the goddess wills. Immediately. By Elun. So be it. By Elun. So be it, as the goddess wills. So be it. Immediately. As the goddess wills. By Elun. So be it, as the goddess wills. So be it. As the goddess wills. By Elun. So be it. Immediately, as the goddess wills. So be it, as the goddess wills. So be it, immediately, by Elun. Immediately, Ashrathoraman. I heed the voice of Elun. As the goddess wills.
Our forces are under attack!
Immediately. By Elun. As the goddess wills. Immediately. Someone threatens the wilds. By Elun. As the goddess wills. By Elun. As the goddess wills. Immediately. By Elun. Shrathoraman. Immediately. So be it. By Elun. So be it. Immediately. So be it. As the goddess wills. Immediately. By Elun. As the goddess wills. So be it. By Elun. Okalandor! So be it. The goddess calls.
Our
Immediately.
forces are under attack!
Ashrathoraman. By Elun. So be it. By Elun. So be it. By Elun. The goddess calls. So be it. Immediately. So be it. I heed the voice of Elun, as the goddess wills. So be it, as the goddess wills. So be it. Immediately. So be it. As the goddess wills. So be it. Immediately. As the goddess wills. By Elun. Immediately. As the goddess wills. By Elun. Someone threatens the wilds? Immediately. So be it. Immediately. The goddess calls. By Elun. As the goddess wills. By Elun. As the goddess wills. Immediately. I heed the voice of Elun. The goddess calls. By Elun. So be it. I heed the voice of Elun. As the goddess wills. Immediately. As the goddess wills. So be it. As the goddess wills. So be it. As the goddess wills. Immediately. As the goddess wills. The goddess calls. Immediately. So be it. By Elune, as the goddess wills. Someone threatens the wilds. By Elune. Immediately. By Elune. Immediately. By Elune. So be it. As the goddess wills. The goddess calls. Immediately. As the goddess wills. Immediately. I heed the voice of Elune. By Elune. The goddess calls. As the goddess wills. So be it. By Elune. Someone threatens the wilds. Immediately. As the goddess wills. Shrathoraman. So be it. By Elune. As the goddess wills. So be it. By Elune. Immediately. As the goddess wills. Immediately, as the goddess wills. By Elune. I heed the voice of Elune, as the goddess wills. By Elune. Immediately, the goddess calls. By Elune. Someone threatens the wilds? So be it. as the goddess wills. By Elun. Immediately. By Elun. As the goddess wills. So be it, as the goddess wills. Immediately. As the goddess wills. So be it, immediately. By Elun. Immediately. As the goddess wills. So be it, as the goddess wills.
Forces are under attack!
So be it. By Elun. As the goddess wills. Immediately. As the goddess wills. By Elun. Immediately. So be it. By Elun. I heed the voice of Elun. Goddess calls. Immediately. So be it. Immediately. By Elun. As the goddess wills. By Elun. As the goddess wills. So be it. Immediately. As the goddess wills. Immediately. So be it. As the goddess wills. By Elun. As the goddess wills. So be it. Immediately. By Elun. Immediately. By Elun. Immediately. By Elun. So be it. Immediately. As the goddess wills. Immediately.
Our forces are under attack!
So be it. As the goddess wills. So be it. Immediately. By Elune. Immediately. As the goddess wills. Someone threatens the wild. Immediately. So be it. By Elune. As the goddess wills. So be it. Immediately. As the goddess wills. By Elune. So be it. By Elune. As the goddess wills. Ashrathoraman. Immediately. By Elune, as the goddess wills. I heed the voice of Elune. The goddess calls. Immediately. By Elune, as the goddess wills. So be it. Immediately. As the goddess wills. So be it. As the goddess wills. Immediately. So be it. Immediately. As the goddess wills. So be it.
Anudora!
Immediately. I heed the voice of Elune. So be it. As the goddess wills. Immediately. As the goddess wills. Immediately. By Elune. Immediately. So be it. Immediately. So be it. Immediately. By Elune. So be it.
For Kalimdor!
By Elune. So be it. By Elune.
In the name of Cenarius!
So be
Our
it.
forces are under attack!
Immediately. By Elune.
In the river.
Immediately. By Elune. Ashrathoraman. The goddess calls. I heed the voice of Elune. So be it. The goddess calls. As the goddess wills. I heed the voice of Elune. So be it. By Elune. As the goddess wills. So be it. By Elune. Immediately. The goddess calls. As the goddess wills. I heed the voice of Elune. Ashrathoraman. By Elune. The goddess calls. So be it. Immediately. Someone threatens the wilds. By Elune. As the goddess wills. Immediately. As the goddess wills, so be it. By Elun. Immediately. So be it. By Elun. So be it. As the goddess wills. By Elun. So be it.
Forces are under attack!
By Elun. So be it. Immediately. As the goddess wills. Immediately. So be it. By Elun. So be it. As the goddess wills. Immediately. By Elun. As the goddess wills.
Our forces are under attack!
By Elun. As the goddess wills. So be it. Immediately. As the goddess wills. Immediately. As the goddess wills. I heed the voice of Elun. So be it. As the goddess wills. The goddess calls. Immediately. By Elun. As the goddess wills. So be it. By Elun. So be it. Immediately. As the goddess wills. Immediately.
Our forces are under attack! Our forces are under attack!
By Elun. As the goddess wills. Someone threatens the wilds. I heed the voice. By Elune. As the goddess wills. By Elune.
In the name of Cenarius!
As the goddess wills. By Elune. As the goddess wills. Ashrathoraman. Immediately. So be it. As the goddess wills. So be it. Immediately. By Elune. As the goddess wills. By Elune. As the goddess wills. So be it. Immediately. So be it.
Our forces are under attack!
By Elune. So be it. By
Our
Elune.
forces are under attack!
So be it. Immediately.
Our forces are
The
under
goddess
attack!
calls. I heed the voice of Elune. The goddess calls. I heed the voice of Elune. So be it. The goddess calls.
Our forces are under attack!
By Elune. So be it. I heed the voice of Elune. Immediately. Ashrathoraman. I heed the voice of Elune. So be it. Goddess calls. Immediately. By Elune. The goddess wills. Ashrathoraman. So be it. Someone threatens the wild. Immediately. So be it. Immediately. So be it.
For Kalimdor!
By Elune. So be it. Immediately. The goddess calls. By Elune. goddess wills. Someone threatens the wilds. Ashrathoraman. So be it. Someone threatens the wilds. Heed the voice of Elun, as the goddess wills. Immediately. By Elun. Immediately. By Elun. Immediately. Ashrathoraman, as the goddess wills. Immediately, the goddess calls, as the goddess wills. Ashrathoraman, so be it. Immediately, by Elun, as the goddess wills. Someone threatens the wilds.
Our forces are under attack!
I heed the voice.
Our forces are under attack!
The goddess.
Under attack! Forces are under attack!
In the name of Cenarius!
Our forces are under attack!
Goddess calls. As the goddess wills. By Elun,
Our forces are under
the
attack!
goddess wills.
Our forces are under attack!
The goddess wills. Immediately. By Elun, as the goddess wills.
Our forces are under attack!
Immediately.
Forces are under attack!
Someone threatens the wild, as the goddess wills.
Our forces are under attack! Forces are under attack!
As the goddess wills. Immediately.
Our forces are under attack!
The goddess calls. So be it. As the goddess wills. By Elun. Immediately. So be it. As the goddess wills. I heed the voice of Elun. Immediately. By Elun. Immediately. As the goddess wills. Someone threatens the wilds. By Elun. So be it. By Elun. Immediately. As the goddess wills. Ashrathoraman. I heed the voice of Elun. So be it. As the goddess wills. By Elun.
Our forces are under attack!
As the goddess wills. Ashrathoraman. The goddess calls. Immediately. As the goddess wills. So be it. As the goddess wills. By Elun. Immediately. As the goddess wills. So be it. As the goddess wills. Immediately. As the goddess wills. Immediately. As the goddess wills. Immediately. By Elun. As the goddess wills. So be it. Immediately. As the goddess wills. So be it. Immediately. By Elun.
Our forces are under attack!
So be it. By Elun. Immediately. By Elun. As the goddess wills. So be it. As the goddess wills. Immediately. By Elun. So be it. Someone threatens the wild. Ashrathoraman. By Elun.
Our forces are under attack!
So be it. By Elune. Immediately. The goddess calls. So be it, as the goddess wills. So be it, as the goddess wills. Ashrathoraman. The goddess calls. By Elune. Someone threatens the wilds? Immediately. Ashrathoraman. By Elune.
Our forces are under attack!
As the goddess wills. By Elune. Immediately. As the goddess wills. Immediately. As the goddess wills. By Elune. As the goddess wills.
Anudora!
So be it.
Our forces are under attack!
As the goddess wills. Immediately. Someone threatens the wild. As the goddess wills. Immediately. The goddess calls. As the goddess wills. Ashrathoraman. Someone threatens the wilds? Immediately. So be it. Goddess calls. Someone threatens the wilds? I heed the voice of Elune. Ashrathoraman. By Elune. So be it. Immediately. So be it. As the goddess wills. Immediately. The goddess calls. By Elune. So be it. I heed the voice of Elune, as the goddess wills. By Elune. Immediately. As the goddess wills. I heed the voice of Elune. By Elune. So be it. As the goddess wills. Immediately. As the goddess wills. Immediately. As the goddess wills. Someone threatens the wilds. The goddess calls. So be it. By Elune. So be it. By Elune. Immediately. As the goddess wills. So be it. By Elune. As the goddess wills. Ashrathoraman. By Elune. As the goddess wills. So be it. As the goddess wills. By Elune. Immediately. As the goddess wills. By Elune. So be it. By Elune. So be it. By Elune. As the goddess wills. By Elune. As the goddess wills. By Elune. Immediately. As the goddess wills. By Elune. So be it.
Our forces are under attack.
Immediately. By Elune. As the goddess wills. By Elune. Immediately. As the goddess wills. So be it. As the goddess wills. By Elune. So be it. Immediately. By Elune. So be it. As the goddess wills. Immediately. So be it. As the goddess wills. So be it. Immediately. So be it. Immediately. As the goddess wills. So be it. By Elune. Immediately. As the goddess wills. Immediately. By Elune. So be it. As the goddess wills. Immediately. So be it. As the goddess wills. So be it. Immediately. By Elune. Immediately. As the goddess wills. Immediately. Someone threatens the wilds? So be it, as the goddess wills. So be it. I heed the voice of Elune. The goddess calls. By Elune. Immediately. So be it, as the goddess wills. By Elune. So be it, immediately, as the goddess wills. So be it, by Elune. So be it, as the goddess wills.
O Kalimdor!
Immediately, as the goddess wills. So be it, immediately, as the goddess wills. Immediately, as the goddess wills. Immediately, by Elune. Immediately, so be it. Ashrathoraman. Someone threatens the wilds? Immediately. So be it. By Elune. Immediately. As the goddess wills. So be it. Immediately. As the goddess wills. Immediately. By Elune. As the goddess wills. So be it. As the goddess wills. By Elune. As the goddess wills. By Elune. Ashrathoraman.